Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, this is Toni Ward, and I am here to answer some questions. And I want you guys to sit along and just listen in with me, okay? Super cool because we actually get a chance to hear some real life questions. These questions are from somebody who is thinking about joining our wonderful company, and I want to make sure I give him all of the right answers so that he can make an educated decision about joining us here with Evolution Travel. Okay, so you guys, I want you just to listen. Okay, get some information. Maybe these are some questions. These are some really, really good questions. First of all, let me just say, and I thought that it would be a great training lesson, like a lesson, teaching moment, right? It's a teaching moment, a teaching moment. I thought it would be a great teaching moment for everybody who's interested, number one, in becoming a part of this wonderful family-oriented company. And number two, for those of us who maybe want to tell somebody about the business, but don't have all the answers yourself. So let's do that, you guys. Let's hop in. I want you guys to come along with me as I answer these wonderful questions. So I'm going to just play this recording because he actually recorded the questions and sent them to one of our wonderful agents, Taylor. So I'll go ahead and play the recording. I'll stop and then I'll give you the answer, and I'll even show you where to find the answers if you need to. Okay? So let's do it, you guys. Let's do it. Let me push play.
Yep. Okay, the monthly fee sounds to me like you're paying just to work for someone.
Right.
What else does the monthly fee include? What benefits come with it?
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about that, you guys. The monthly fee. Hey, let me tell you this first, and I know we've all heard this before. It takes money to make money. Whether you are working for yourself, if you are working for somebody else, right? If you have a good corporate job, guess what? You had to pay for that education. If you just work at McDonald's, guess what? You had to pay for the transportation to get to work. Okay, the clothes that you have to put on, all that kind of stuff. Your hair to get combed, you have to get there and looking decent, right? It costs money to make money. Now, what does this fee include? Well, it includes a lot of things. Let me go in here and show you exactly what it includes. Okay, so a lot of our answers are going to come from our travel party booklet. So let's go and let's find out exactly what your $69 is paying for. Okay, now not only are you working with a company that has, started in 1952, so you have all of the reputation, everything that the company has built, the foundation, the information, the expertise that the company brings with it. And remember, you have complete access to all of that. You have complete access to the company, to the experts, to the training, whatever you need. We have a customer service department that is there to support you. Okay, remember that. You also have 2 websites. Okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty. You get 2 websites. Okay. 2 websites, one website that is customizable to you. Your picture is there, your information is there. People can reach you through that website. They can book travel through your website, and it's ready immediately once you get started. Of course, you have errors and omissions insurance that's available when you are in this business. So remember, you guys, the company understands that a lot of us haven't booked travel before. This is something that's new. So they want to make sure that you are covered. Now, remember, when you start to book travel, you're working with your people. You will be trained to do so, okay? But we always recommend that you have insurance with your clients, but you are covered, okay? So you don't have to worry about that. That is included, okay? You also have your processing for your business. This is like a franchise, right? You are buying into the Evolution Travel franchise, if you will, and everything comes with it, okay? Let's think of it that way. So you are an independent contractor, which means the company, monitors the money that you make, and then we'll send you your 1099. So you don't have to worry about that. That is included in your monthly fee. All of the licensing costs that surround this business are covered. So you are legally able to run this business because Evolution and Archer Travel have handled that part for you. Your $69 goes to that as well, okay? Of course, we have unlimited training access. Everything you want and need for the travel industry are at your fingertips, okay? Now, this is not one of those companies where you have a little list. These are the only companies you can book with. You have to work with these people only. You can work with anybody, okay? You are a home-based travel agent, which means sky's the limit. You can work with whoever you want to work with because of our credentials with Evolution Travel, Archer Travel. We are able to do that. Okay, super cool. You have a turnkey business. Remember, this is not a job. You will not get a W-2. This is a 1099 independent contractor. No quotas, no specific hours you have to work. This is your business. You can work as much as you want, as little as you want. You can work full-time, part-time, all the time. You know, it's up to you how much time you want to allocate into your business. But remember, that's going to be a direct reflection to how much you get out of your business. Now, the tax deductions alone are worth the $69 because remember too, everything you put into your business, including your monthly membership fee, is tax deductible. You can write all of that stuff off. So much more, okay? All the discounts and all that stuff, of course, are included. And you get that. And all you have to do is pay your $69.95 a month. That's it, and that's all. I hope that answers that first question. Let's go to the next question.
Are there any financial guarantees or minimum amounts of money you are guaranteed to make annually?
Okay. No, there are no guarantees. Remember, this is your business. Now, with a regular job, they can guarantee you 40 hours a week. They can guarantee you $7 an hour. Here with Evolution Travel, you can work as much as you want. You can work as little as you want. You can make as much as you want. You can book 100 trips. You can book just a trip for you and your family. It's up to you. Remember, these are your parameters. So it's really up to you to say, okay, I want to make $20,000 this month, or I'm sorry, it could be a month too, right? I want to make $20,000 this year with Evolution Travel. I want to make $100,000 a year this with Evolution Travel. What do I have to do to reach that goal? And then it's up to you as a business owner to figure out the steps to reach that goal. So no, there are no guarantees in life, and definitely no guarantees when you have your own business. Great question. Great question. Let's go to the next question.
Third, how is the monthly fee paid? Is it invoiced to us and we send you a check, or is it automatically withdrawn from our account? How do I know that when we stop using your service, that will be completely cut off and we won't have any additional withdrawals?
Okay, how is your monthly fee paid? So when you get started with the company, you're going to use a credit card, a debit card, your Cash App card, whatever you want to use to pay that $49, because it is $49 to get started. Cool part about it is every single month on that same day, your card will be debited that the $69 monthly fee. Okay, but if you are making money in the industry and you have money in your e-wallet, we will take it out of your e-wallet before we charge your card. So it really depends on what you're making, how you're working your business, and all that stuff. Now, if you decide, hey, Evolution Travel just isn't for me, two cool things I want to tell you. Number one, we have a 10-day money-back guarantee. So big reward, little risk here, because you can actually pay your $49, get started, play with the system, go in there, see how wonderful we are, and decide, you know what, just not for me. No questions asked. We will give you your $49 back. Once you cancel your membership and you decide, you know, I've been in this company a year, 2 years, whatever, remember, there are no contracts. This is your business. You can close your doors whenever you want to. At that moment, you will not be charged further. Our company is a very reputable company. We have been around for a long time, and never have we ever charged somebody when they ask not to be charged. You can check that out for yourself. But we can definitely assure that, of course, you will sign a contract when you get started showing our guidelines, our terms and conditions, and we will hold true to that. You know, our company is everything we have, and we want to make sure that we treat every single agent in the company with love and care. This is more of a family environment, and we want to make sure that we don't treat our family, you know, wrong. We're going to make sure we do right by you, period. So you can definitely, you know, rest assured that if you decide to cancel, there will be no other charges made to your account after that. Okay, super cool. Let's go to the next question.
Okay, or do we pay for the monthly fees up front? Okay. The next one is, how is the travel, airfare, lodging paid for? Is it paid for by their company, or do we have to pay for it out of our own bank account and be reimbursed by them?
Okay, great question. You never, ever, 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 ever. Did I say never? Because if I didn't, let me say it right now. Never, never do you pay for anything out of your pocket, okay? When your client books a trip with you, they will actually get a credit card authorization form, okay? They fill that form out and it is charged to them, okay? Once it's charged, it shows that they're, going on a cruise. It'll say the charges from Carnival, the charges from Royal Caribbean, the charges from Hilton, the charges from Amtrak, the charges from Southwest Airlines, United, whatever. We aren't charging them. Whatever supplier they're deciding to go with is going to charge their card, okay? That's how it works. So you never pay anything out of pocket. Everything is done ethically. You will go through a training when you get started. There's actually 12 modules that you will have to complete. There are tests after each module, and it will explain to you all of the things you need to do when you're booking a trip for a client. But to answer your question, the answer is no. You never pay up front for your clients. Just like you call Southwest to book a trip, the lady on the phone doesn't say, okay, let me go ahead and put this on my credit card. You could pay me back. She says, sir, I'm going to need your credit card number to process this payment. Okay, same thing. This is a business, okay? You do not pay out of pocket. This is your business, and you're going to make some money, and they want to make sure you're never commingling funds. After they pay for their trip with their credit card, they go on that trip, then the supplier, whether it's Hilton, Hertz Rent a Car, whoever, will then pay the company. The company will then give you 80% of the commission that was made on that trip. And we'll talk about that. I think you had a question about that later. But no, you do not ever put your money out there. Okay? Nope, 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 and nope, and nope. Let's go to the next question.
What are the guarantees for travel? If travel has been canceled due to unforeseen reasons and the customer wants their money back, how do we get reimbursed for that if we paid for it out of our own pocket?
Okay, so I think we already handled that. You never pay for anything out of your own pocket. And of course, there are no guarantees. As you know, right now we are going through COVID-19, and there were so many trips in the system that were booked that had to be canceled. Guess what? The customers got their money back, okay? And in that event, when this happened, because this is a pandemic, let me tell you this. This is the super cool part, okay? The cruises that were booked, that were canceled, not only did the customers get their money back, okay, they also got credit towards another cruise, and the travel agent still got paid. Let me repeat that. The travel agents still got paid. So that's super cool, because not only did we get paid then, we still get to get paid again when the customer books their next cruise. So the industry definitely takes care of itself. Really nice to be working in an industry that, is going to happen no matter what. Corona is happening right now, but people are traveling. There are safe places to go and safe ways to do it. So super cool to be able to do that. And if a trip is canceled, remember, the supplier, if it's some type of a natural disaster, something's happening, they make sure that the client is taken care of. Remember, their client is the first priority when we are booking their trip. So they will be fine, okay? So really nice to have that type of, it's not a guarantee. What we can guarantee is that we can guarantee that our customer is going to be okay. Okay, we can guarantee that the travel agent is going to be okay. And that's really all the guarantees we need here. Let's go to the next question.
How much money will you actually make off of a sale? Please give us a fictitious amount and of sale and a fictitious portion of how much of that money will come to you and how much will go to her. I want to know that complete breakdown.
Okay, so this is a 3-part question. How much do you make on travel? What type of commission do you get? And how much does the sponsor get when you're booking that trip for them? So let's do that. Let's go and look at an example that has already been put together with some real numbers from a real trip. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Okay, so we're back to this handy dandy book with all the information, you guys. Let me go to the front page. Make sure if you don't have this book, you get it from somebody, you look for the download or something. This is an exclusive book that I put together myself to make sure you can have all the information. Okay, so let's talk about this. This right here, it'll kind of give us the information. It'll give us a little bit more, actually. This is travel agent versus non-travel agent. But in this example, it gives you what the commission would be. So this is a cruise. Okay, it's a cruise, 7-day Caribbean cruise. The cruise costs $29.48. And remember, when you go on a cruise, there are fees that are parts of that price that are not commissionable. Just like when you book a hotel or rent a car, like we don't get commission off of taxes, right? We're not, Uncle Sam's just not that cool. He's not going to give us any part of his money, okay? So we can't have any of the taxes, but we can have the base fee. We'll get part of that. So when you look here, you'll see the cruise price, the non-commissionable parts. You'll also see, oh, shoot. People are always calling me when I don't want them to. Let me go ahead and they'll call me back twice. I don't want them to call me. Okay, so you'll see the non-commissionable parts here, right? The taxes, the port fees, and all that kind of stuff are also there. And then the total. Total of this cruise is $36.14 and 62 cents. This is a real cruise, real prices. Okay, so this is the real cruise, real charges. Actually, this is one of my clients. Okay, so if you look down here, $29.48 was the base price, and then with the taxes and the non-commissionables, it comes to $36.14 and 62 cents. So the commission on this cruise was actually $442. Okay, $442.20. Now, 80% of that will go to the person who booked the cruise. 80% of the $442.20. 10% of that will go to the person who told you about the business, invited you in. Kind of like, you know, hey, I work at Macy's and my job is hiring. Oh, we're looking for somebody in shoes. I have a friend. She needs a job. Let me tell her about the job at Macy's in the shoe department. The only difference is Macy's doesn't say, hey, Toni, thank you for telling your awesome friend about this job. She's been selling shoes and making commissions and doing all that stuff. So we're going to give you a part of her commission. Macy's doesn't do that, you know, but Evolution Travel does. Okay, so you bring somebody into the company, they start their business, they're booking travel. And of course, you're helping them because you brought them into the business. So you are helping them. So as a thank you, the company will give you 10% of whatever they make. And the company says, you know what, you got 10%, we'll take 10%, let's call it even. Okay, so that's where all of the commission goes. 80% goes to you, 20 to the sponsor, 20 to the company. Okay, that's 100% right there. People lie, numbers don't. Those numbers add up. If it doesn't add up, it can't be real. That definitely adds up. And here's an example right here of that 10%, how it adds up. This is why a lot of people tell people about this opportunity, because of the 10%, right? The 10% thank you adds up. This example right here, you can take a screenshot of it so that you can, you know, review it, look at it, or of course, get that handy dandy notebook so that you can have all the information. But this right here gives you some information on how that 10% works, how it adds up, and what everybody gets, because it's really cool to be, you know, transparent. You want to know what's happening in your business. This is what's happening. People are making money all over the place. Okay, let's get to that next question.
What is the cancellation policy? How do customers cancel, and how do we cancel if we no longer want your services?
Okay, 2 questions. How do the customers cancel? How do we cancel? Well, we already talked about how we cancel. So let's talk about the customers. So somebody's going on a cruise. Hey, I decided I don't want to go, and they just don't want to go because they just don't want to go. Okay, there are time frames associated with cancellation, and those time frames will spell out how much of their money they get back. Here's the cool part. When they pay for their trip, every single supplier is different, and they will supply the cancellation policy. So they will have that when you get their money, you book their trip, you let them know, hey, here's a cancellation policy. If there are any changes, this is what it is. And it's spelled out for you. Okay. Now, as far as, you know, me, when I do my business, I make sure my clients get insurance. You know, if I know something might happen, maybe somebody's sick in the family, there might be, you know, anything might pop up. Hey, let's get this insurance, because with the insurance, no matter what the reason is, you can cancel and get your money back too. So insurance will also be available for your clients when you're booking their travel. If they decline insurance for whatever reason, you have them put that in writing. I send them a note and say, I have decided not to add insurance to my trip. I am sure I'm going to go. I am not holding my travel agent liable. This is my decision, period. Like whatever, however you want to word it, you know, but you make sure you give them something saying that, yes, I decided not to have insurance. If anything happens and I'm past my cancellation date, hey, this is my fault. I made this decision, right? That's what we're going to do. So you're protected, your client's protected, everybody's protected, everybody's making educated decisions about what they're going to do and how they're going to spend their fabulous vacation. Okay, let's go to the next question.
How do you find people to work for you? And how many do you need to have work for you? And how do you manage them? Are you responsible for getting them their 1099s for taxes? Are you responsible for taking care of their tax and payroll? Are you responsible for watching what work they do and if it's being booked legitimately? If one of your employees makes an error or does something fraudulent, are you liable for their stealing from the company?
Very, very, very good questions. But remember, anybody that gets started with Evolution Travel and Archer Travel are independent contractors. You don't have employees. That's not your responsibility. You might have people that you refer to the company. You become their sponsor, okay? As their sponsor, you're going to train, make sure you don't have to train them. You want to make sure they get the training. You want to make sure they know where the training is going to be. You want to make sure they have all the information and they're directed in the right direction so that they can get every single thing they need, okay? If somebody's doing fraud, there are bad people out there. We don't know who's going to be a bad person, who's going to be a good person. But there are parameters in place so that the company can identify those bad people, okay? So that the suppliers know, hey, this doesn't look right. They're going to stop the transaction from going through, okay? So no, you do not have to do 1099s or W-2s or any of that stuff. Remember, that's all a part of your $69.95 fee. So you are covered. The only thing you need to worry about doing is hopping in the company, getting all the training you possibly can get, getting all the information, having a super good time, and helping as many people as you can get to the destinations of their choices. Now, you said, how do you find people to work for you? Oh, well, here, we're going to change that a little bit. How do you find people to work with you? There are lots of different ways to market your business so that you can get those 10%, okay? So, we do train you in marketing. We do have classes and all that kind of stuff. But the same way you got to this video is the same way you can get somebody into your business. It's the same way. It's just word of mouth, talking, advertising, Craigslist, Facebook, social media is the thing, right? You let people know, hey, I'm looking for travel agents to work with me in this huge industry, this nonstop, no sleep industry. Lots of money, work from home. People are working from home anyway. Hey, let's do this together, right? So there are definitely different ways, and we will help you market your business so that you can get people that you can sponsor and earn those 10% so that you can make some extra money, for sure. Okay, let's go to the next question.
Okay, is all of this done through your personal phone, or is a company phone and connection provided? If not, this means that every customer in the world will have your personal phone number for life. So should you have a customer that's irate or upset, they will have direct connection to you and not a company.
Woo! He said, everybody in the world will have your number. I wish everybody in the world had my number. Could you imagine how much travel I'd be booking, how much money I'd be making, how much business I'd be doing? That would be super cool. Hey, listen, you guys. Of course, for me, my personal number is everywhere. I have one phone number. I'll give it to you now. 925-204-7444. Let me say it again so you can write it down. 925-204-7444. The cool part about the telephone is you can hang it up. Okay, you can hang it up. You can block people. You can forward calls. Let me just give you guys a little hint. Okay, if I had a problem with somebody and they were calling me and I did everything I could do and they weren't receptive to it, I would forward that number to the police department. Every time you call my number to say, Discovery Bay Police Department, how many times you going to keep calling my number, right? It's ways around it. Of course, if you have a situation with your client, you're not going to let it get to the point where they're irate and they hate you and they're calling you all the time. We're going to use our people skills and make sure we give our customers the best possible customer service ever. These are our clients. And remember, this is word of mouth, right? This is word of mouth marketing. This is word of mouth business. You want to make sure your customer's happy so that they can tell their family, their friends, their cousins, their coworkers, everybody, hey, Taylor just booked this trip for me. It was absolutely fabulous. If you want to go anywhere, you need to call Taylor, right? You want to make sure you do that. So, you know, the world is not going to have your number. If you want to get a separate number, that's a different phone for your business. Guess what? That's a tax write-off. You can get a separate line just for your business and use it just for your business. Okay. So really cool. And they will have your business information, because when you send them invoices, remember your signature's there. You can leave, you know, the company information there so that they can get back to the company. But if you ever have a problem with somebody, just tell them to call me. Tell them to call Taylor. Tell them to call whoever your sponsor is and let them handle it. We never want a customer to walk away upset. That's not what we ever want to do. So yeah, get a separate phone if you don't want the world calling your number. But I promise you, if the world's calling me, I'm a happy camper. Okay, let's get to that next question. Uh-oh. And I think I might have been backwards. So this is it right here. How do you run your business? Do you need special equipment? That was the answer for that question. I was a little bit behind, you guys. Forgive me. I'm human. I make mistakes. But guess what? You don't have to be perfect to run your business. I'm proof. Okay? I'm proof. Let's get to the next question.
If the customer is unhappy or is worse, injured, who is liable? So is it you that's liable, or is it Revolution that's liable?
We already know our company's name is Evolution, not Revolution, right? We are going to be the travel revolution, but we're going to do all our traveling through Evolution. If somebody gets hurt, depending on what happens, you guys, you know, not only say you're hurt on the cruise ship. The cruise ship has insurance for that. They're going to make sure that their clients, you know, their visitors are going to be okay. Let's say you're at an amusement park and you get hurt. The amusement park has coverage for that. They're going to make sure that you're okay. If anybody comes to my own house, right, I carry, don't you come to my house and fall down and be like, I'm going to sue you, Toni. But if you did decide you come to my house, you fall down on the deck outside and you're like, I'm hurt. Well, guess what? I got $1 million worth of coverage. We're good. Evolution Travel, Archer Travel, their businesses, they know what they're doing. They're covered. Okay. So remember that little $69.95 that we have to pay for? That little $69.95 that's been covering all of this stuff we've been talking about? Well, guess what? That $69.95 will help you with this too. Okay. So we want to make sure that we have all that information so that you know exactly what's out there for us. And of course, the company wants to make sure you're okay. But if somebody gets hurt on site at some other, you know, supplier like a cruise or a hotel or whatever, it's covered by those locations. Everybody carries insurance. The only thing that you would be liable if somebody came to your house and got hurt at your house, or if they came to the office and got hurt at the office, right? So everybody carries insurance to make sure they're okay. And of course, the company does have, you know, lawyers on retainer at all times. You will never have to talk to a lawyer because you're covered under our umbrella. So the company's going to take care of it. That's not something you need to worry about. Okay. Let's go to the next question.
Do you tax my income and provide me a W-2? Or am I to do the tax myself and be a sole proprietor? If so, what tax documents do you provide me so I can file my taxes appropriately? Next one.
Okay, before we get to the next one, let's talk about this one. And I think we've touched on this a few times in our presentation, our question and answer session here. You will get a 1099. The company will provide it. Of course, all of that information is logged for you, ready for you. If you make more than $600, of course, by law, you have to get a 1099. It has to be postmarked by January 31st. It's just something that happens. You don't have to do anything but be fabulous, make some money, make over $600, and it's going to come to your mailbox. Okay, that's all you have to do. Taxes, of course, you have over 400 tax deductions. Let's go look at it. Let me show you guys something. Okay, we're coming back to this handy dandy booklet again. Let's talk about it. Tax deductions. There are tons of them that we qualify for just because we are home-based business people, home-based business owners, right? Travel agents. The tax deductions are huge. Okay, huge. Stuff that you do anyway, you get to write off. So now, no, the only thing you're going to get is, you know, evidence that you have a home-based business from your 1099. From there, you'll talk to a CPA, somebody that specializes in home-based businesses, to ensure that you get all of the tax deductions that you qualify for. which is really cool. Of course, I have my own. If you look on my YouTube page, you can see the person that I recommend. Her name is Carla. She has a video. She is fabulous. She will make sure that you get everything you qualify for, okay? Stuff like your dog, your cable bill, your children, okay? Your children, car registration, your hair, even your travel. 100% of your travel becomes tax deductible. So there's so much more. And guess what? You get all that stuff for that little $69.95 that you have to pay a month. That is also tax deductible, okay? Okay, let's see. Oh, it looks like there are no more questions. Okay, you guys, listen. Asking the hard questions will help the masses. A lot of times we think about stuff and we're afraid to ask. Maybe it's going to sound silly to them. Maybe I'm going to sound mean. Maybe I'm going to sound uneducated. Hey, listen, get your questions answered, right? A confused mind does nothing, right? You want to make sure you get your questions answered, get everything so that you can move forward, get started. Get started today. Don't wait. Let this thing grow with you. 2021 is here. We are excited. Travel is moving. People are happy. They found safe ways for people to do what they need to do, right? And we're going to get it all done. And the best part about it is when they're getting it done, we get paid. I hope that answered your questions. It was fun listening. It was fun participating in my own presentation because I just love me, right? That's super cool. You got to love yourself. But I hope you got your questions answered. I'll make sure when more questions pop up, I will do a part two. And I'll make sure that you guys get those questions answered as well. I hope that you guys have a beautiful day. I hope that you actually got something out of these answers and it was valuable to you. And I can't wait to see you all at the bank and, of course, at the beach. This is Toni Ward signing out, telling you no question is a dumb question. Get them answered. See you soon.